thou, O son of man, I have set thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, thou shalt hear the word of my mouth, and warn them from me.
Have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather expose them.
Coming to you from an undisclosed location in Middle Tennessee and examining current events from a biblical perspective, this is Bible News Radio with your hosts, Randall and Stacy Harp.
Hello, people. This is the best part of the show. I come in just because I can. Yeah, I do. Hope you guys are having an awesome day. Yeah, hope you are. This is called Live Like That. It's by Sidewalk Prophets. Yeah, it is. Hi, Rachel. Hi, Mia. Hi, Stephen and Jordan. Huh? Don't you want to live like that? I do. Yo. Have you guys ever seen this here? Have you seen one of these? Isn't this super cool? This is what you call something to play with. It's one of the coolest things ever. All right. That's right. It's DNA elongated. I forgot the actual name of it. I can tell you in a minute. Hold on a minute. I'll tell you. I'll tell you the real name. Ah, that's what it's called. Okay, people. So, again, that was Sidewalk Prophets. Yeah, it is. Okay. All right. So, actually, what this is called is, you can get, right now, christianbook.com is having a sale. It's one of their big sales of the year. And it's called You Fidget. And anyway, it comes, basically, you fidget with it. Thus the name, You Fidget. I know, I bring you the funnest stuff ever, don't I? Okay, so basically, in your package, you can do this, and I bought these for the kids at Awana that I teach, and this is it. It comes, you know, there's 4 colors, and you just fidget with it. It's called You Fidget. Right now, it's on sale for $2.19. Yeah, so I bought one for all the kids in my Awana class. And an extra one for me, I have to admit it. So you can go over to christianbook.com and get one. Or 2 or 10 or whatever, you know, and just use it. I was telling Randall, this shows you how goofy I am. I was telling Randall, you know what? I thought that you were supposed to be able to, like, to snap things into place and create little figures and stuff. And Randall's like, no, it doesn't, like, stick together. And then he went ahead and he was able to make an S with it. He laid it on the table and he was doing all this stuff. He's like, and that's a duck. And I'm like, I'm just standing there going, I didn't know my man was that talented. Me, all I'm doing is just putting it back the way it came, just so you know.
Well, it's like tangrams, you know, tangram puzzles. So,
yeah, well.
Anyway.
Well, just so you know. All right, so there's a couple of things in this show we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about our normal stuff, you know, that we talk about, but we're also going to thank you all for doing everything that you do for us for always and forever. And for always and forever. Okay, now I just have a question. How many of you have heard of the restaurant called Chicken Salad Chick? Have you ever heard of this restaurant? It's called Chicken Salad Chick. Okay, now, I lived in California my whole life, practically, and I never heard of this place called Chicken Salad Chick, okay? Now, we know here on Periscope and other places there's Smart Chick, but it's not Chicken Salad Chick. But here's the thing. Chicken Salad Chick is actually a restaurant. You've never heard of it? Hi, Anna. So it's actually a restaurant that, guess what? The main food that they serve is chicken salad. You guys haven't either? Okay, so I don't know. Hi, Mark. I don't know. I have no clue, like, where they're located in the world. I guess there's some in Atlanta. Now there's one here in my local city in Tennessee. But apparently this is the only restaurant that I know of. The only restaurant that I know of that is literally geared toward women. And if you look up Chicken Salad Chick, and that's CHIC, if you look that up, you'll see the logo is actually a woman, aka Chick. And if you go into this restaurant, it's totally foo-foo-y. Like, and my friend that I was just having lunch with, she actually said that they only serve they serve turkey because of men that might actually come into the restaurant. And what's really interesting to me, just from a marketing standpoint, is that when I was looking in this restaurant, because I'd never been in it until earlier today, almost everybody in there, with the exception of one man, was a woman. Is that weird or what? I mean, I've never actually heard of an actual restaurant targeting only half of the population for their food. But apparently they did, so that was for free. Okay, now here's the other thing, and this is just for fun. I don't know how many of you know what a, what a cricket cutie is, but Randall's going to put that up on the screen.
You want me to do that now?
Yeah, I figure at the beginning of the show.
Oh, okay.
Before we get into the serious stuff.
Surprise me.
Really? Did I? Oh, sorry. My bad.
I'll
So,
get it up, don't worry.
Yeah? Okay. All right. So, a cricket cutie is what Randall's going to put up on the screen in a minute, because it's going to take him a second to get there. Okay. Is it there?
I'll just put it like up next to you, and let me adjust the colors. It looks kind of drab. So
it does. It does. I'm seeing the sneak preview. By the way, I should say hi to everybody. There's Steph, who came in, Jordan. Let's see who else has came in. Rachel, Melanie, Steven, and Anna. I don't know if you were actually rude over there, Anna. If you were, I didn't know about it. Sorry if you were. Okay.
Let's go with that.
Oh, that looks good. Okay. Okay, so okay, you see that really cute little thing right there? That is called a cricket cutie. All right, and I want one. Okay? So I'm appealing to my audience because many years ago I wanted a sock puppet. Or wait, no, what was it?
A sock monkey.
A sock monkey. Okay, but I don't have the extra income to just go throw away money. Not that I want you all to throw away money, but here's the thing. You see how cute that is? It's cute. I mean, it actually lives up to its name. It's Cricket Cutie. And they're selling these on eBay. It's the only place that you can get it. Apparently, here's the story, okay? So Cricket is, like, for those of you who actually, it's like it's a machine that helps you make stuff like stickers and t-shirts and stuff like that. But anyway, apparently the only way that you can get the Cricket here, one of these, is I guess they have a mystery box, and maybe sometimes when you buy one of the Cricket products, they actually include one of these little cute things in there. And it's literally called the Cricket Cutie. They come in different colors. I like this green one, this mint green one, personally. But Bible News Radio doesn't have like excess money to just go buy something super cute. So I thought that I would throw this out to you, those of you in my audience who love me and want to humor me, and just challenge you all to buy me one of these. Now, I know I have friends. Not kidding. I have one friend in particular who would be like, really? I cannot believe you're so cheap that you're begging your audience for one of those, right? But here's my reasoning. It's really cute. It really is. And if Joel Comm can ask his followers to give him socks, I thought, well, what the heck, you know? If you guys want to band together and buy me one or two of these Cricket Cuties, then they can become like my unofficial mascot of Bible News Radio. Because I think, you know, somebody asked me, well, what is it about that you like? And I said, well, it just makes me smile, you know? Melanie says, can we start a GoFundMe? You can head it up, Melanie. So here's the thing. Apparently, these are pretty hard to get, unless you like, you know, do anything. But that one right there is green. They come in purple, pink, blue, various colors. And I don't know about you, but there's just something about the Cricket Cutie there that it just warms my heart. It really does.
You know, it's funny. I just found on Facebook the Cricket Cutie exchange page.
There is. Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, and there's like one post.
Right, you can't, because they're so hard to get. But there's some on eBay starting as low as $20. And then there's, you know, oh, there's Randall.
Yeah. Whatever, yeah.
Just kidding.
You know, it's funny. The single post is the somebody changed the profile picture with this gold cutie on it.
Right.
And
well.
and then the comment. There's one comment that says, "I have a gold cutie. I'll trade for green, purple, or pink cutie."
Yep. Just saying.
That was 41 weeks ago. And Vicky Val 4 weeks ago asked, "Is your gold cutie still available?" And that's the entirety of dialogue on this Cricket Cutie page.
Okay, so how I found out about this, I have a friend who...
I take it back. There's one from February 13th.
Okay. I have a friend who actually has 3 of these, right? And she
Get out, 3.
She mocks me because she'll do Instagram videos and stuff, and in the background she has these little things, and I didn't know what they were, so I finally asked her. I said, "So what is that?" Yeah, one's on eBay for $99, Stephen. It's unbelievable. So that's why I thought, what the heck? You know, Bible says, "Ask and ye shall receive." And yes, maybe it sounds silly, but you know what? I'm being vulnerable. I am. Your sweet and lovable host. But, you know, she mocks me. I actually put up a post on my Instagram today. I'm still looking for one of these. And she sent me back a laughing emoji with the tears coming down. I'm like, really? You know, seriously? You won't give up one of your 3 for me, your friend? Huh? Anyway, so wanted one Cricket Cutie. I don't care the color. I'm not prejudiced. Whatever. All right, so... could churches be forced to hire LGBT employees? That is our lead story. So we're going to go ahead and look at that. Let's see here. Got to find the article because we got a lot to look at. Yesterday we dedicated the show to, you know, to the remembrance of George H.W. Bush.
I knew you'd get it. I was rooting for you.
Yeah, and let's see here. I'm trying to find my story. Oh, here it is right here. Gosh, found it.
Do you have a heater running?
Yeah. You want me to turn it off?
No, I just wondered what the noise was.
I can shut it off because I'm getting warm now. It's been super cold in here. It's like 29 degrees here. I mean, it's cold. You Californians complain about 50-degree weather. Pfft, wimps. Okay, I'm just kidding. Okay, so this is over on cbnnews.com. Okay? I don't think so, and if so, it wouldn't be in any other church but the Protestant churches. Okay, so here is the title on CBN News. Christian groups fight back against Austin, Texas city code that could force churches to hire LGBTQ employees. Hi, Aaron. Okay, it says here, churches in Austin, Texas may soon be forced to hire homosexual and transgender employees, including pastors, if a city ordinance is implemented. The city says it guarantees, quote, the opportunity for each person to obtain employment without regard to race, religion, color, sex, sexual orientation, gender identity, national origin, age, or disability, unquote. The Houston-based U.S. Pastor Council and the Texas Values Organization is suing the city in federal court over the code. Both groups argue that the ordinance forces churches to go against their biblical beliefs and does not include a religious exemption for churches in Austin that refuse to hire homosexual or transgender people as employees, including pastors. Austin city officials are not backing down. No, they're not, because they're Austin city officials. This is Texas, people. They defend the ordinance, which basically says churches have no right to insist their employees accept and practice the church's teachings on homosexuality. Non-discrimination is a core value in Austin, and we need to defend it. Austin Mayor Steve Adler told KXAN TV. Now, don't you find that statement funny in itself?
Yes.
Think non-discrimination. There's something wrong with that. Because non-discrimination is discrimination. That's why it's funny if you actually think about it. Anyway, so it says here, U.S. Pastor Council Chapter President Dave Welch warned that if the ordinance is enforced, it will be just a matter of time before all First Amendment protections collapse in the U.S., which is I agree with. He told the Christian Action Network, "It's time for churches across the country to stand and fight." Yeah, it is. Welch noted that Christians can't wait and watch on this issue because this puts the church at large at a disadvantage trying to fight back when it's already too late. In the past, we have too often waited and watched from the sidelines silent, he told CAN. We decided that it's not possible anymore. That's not acceptable. The bottom line is that the threat to any of our constitutional protections is a threat to all of our constitutional rights, Welch continued. Forcing churches to violate core convictions is not acceptable. Once government does so, all of our constitutional protections are essentially gone, all gone for all of us across America. Now, I know if you guys have listened to me for any length of time, bye Jordan, thanks for coming in, then you already know that I've stated a gazillion times that the prevailing worldview or the conflict is essentially anti-discrimination laws versus religious freedom laws, right? And those two cannot mutually exist. They can't coexist, as everybody wants to say, oh, let's just coexist. Well, you can't coexist because one is diametrically opposed to the other. And the one that always has to cave, unfortunately, the people who are caving are the Christians because they're doing it under the guise of, well, if we don't, then we're not loving people. No, we're not. We're haters and intolerant, hateful bigots and stuff if we just don't love this situation, essentially where they're putting us, in a compromising position, which is absolutely ridiculous. But the thing is, this is the issue. The thing is these non-discrimination laws were intentionally put in place in order to discriminate against Christians with biblical worldviews and to also attack any Bible-believing church that absolutely upholds the biblical view of homosexuality. And that's the truth. So could this situation force churches to hire LGBT people? Yep, absolutely. And so then the question is, and this is why your spiritual leader, your pastor, aka pastor, is very important. Because if that man we'll stick with men. If that man is a wimp and can't stand up for the biblical values in the Bible, then you don't want that man as your pastor anyway, because he's a wimp. Just saying, okay. And that's all I gotta say on that, unless Bareface wants to say something.
Sure, what if someone was saying, well, the NAACP has to hire racist, has to hire card-carrying KKK members, or that PETA at their offices has to hire, avowed, proud, game hunters. Mm-hmm.
PETA's so liberal, though.
I know, but,
PETA doesn't protect animals. That's the irony of that all.
Yeah.
I have so many friends who are, animal lovers. They hate PETA. Because PETA is actually a lobbying group, and it does not actually really protect animals, the irony of it all.
Anyway, that's a whole nother subject. Yeah,
it is.
Just kind of principles. People say, well, why would the Why would the big game hunter want to work at PETA? Why would the KKK member want to work at the NAACP? They really wouldn't. They see, they see those as conflicting viewpoints. Like, I don't want to help those people out, whatever. Well, what does the transgender or the homosexual, what do they want to do? Why would they want to work for, a church that, whose biblical principles don't improve the lifestyle? Well, they'd want to work in order to bring the organization down for centuries, people try to disprove the Bible, etc. And now it's just by using law aside, and things to make the the conservative biblical viewpoint not applicable in daily life. You can believe what you want, you can think what you want, but you can't say it in public. You can't practice it in your church.
Yep.
You can just.
That's the end goal, actually.
Yeah,
they've stated that actually.
Oh yeah,
they've actually stated that.
And you be careful saying anything about it in your home, because we've got your Amazon Echo and Google Home in there to listen to what you're doing in there. Don't be teaching to your children, because that's abuse, and we've seen cases homeschooling where Anyway, so it's like, you can be a Christian, that's fine. Just keep it in your head. Don't let anything come out of your mouth. Don't write anything about it, And that's the goal, because we can't, Well, the doctrines can't be disproved or discredited, so we'll just make them illegal. Yeah. As the Soviet Union and other, the past and current communist regimes have done.
Yep. Well, and that's the thing, and it's so subtle, and there are I got a text message from one of my people on my text message. I don't know if she's tuned in or not, but she responded to the title of the show, could churches be forced to hire LGBT employees? And her response just in the text message was, sure, why not, if they can do the job? That's not the point. That isn't the point. That is not the point. Because, and that's not the point. And that tells you, that response tells me that's why I have to keep doing what I'm doing. Because until people understand that's not the issue, that's not the issue. It's not the issue.
Yeah, we're not talking about hiring people to, do parking,
right?
Whatever, parking control or janitor or whatever, for counselors on staff or whatever.
Bob said, "Look what happened inside the Catholic Church." Yeah. Well, it's the same thing. Rachel says, Christians do not budge, stand, also pray. Look what just happened in California with that bill. Yeah, and that's the end game, which brings up our next story. And I got to thank Julie Royce, who used to write for Moody Radio. She used to have a show over there, for putting this on her blog. We're just going to show the video, but this is a young lady named Alexis Lightcap, and she's a young lady. She's a young lady. This is her story. And this concerns her standing up to the transgender issue in her school, and all that. And I think that we need to learn from this young woman. So Randall's going to play her video, and then we'll talk about that a little bit too. So when you're ready.
I always say my life can literally be a book. When I was in foster care, I didn't interact with anyone. I completely lost my voice because being in foster care, I just wasn't who I was supposed to be. I was an orphan. It was lonely. The first night I got taken away from my mom, I was talking to my little sister, who was 2 at the time, and she was just like, I want to go home. I was like, I do too. I really do. And I was like, but we'll go home eventually. But I stopped saying eventually because I knew I lost all hope. But when I got adopted, it was indescribable. Imagine being just becoming a part of something that you know is forever. When I got my new name was when I became someone new. And it might seem like such a simple thing for someone, but before I wasn't part of a family. I was a part of a system. I completely lost my voice. I lost who I was. My parents taught me that your voice matters. You have a say in this world, and you need to speak up for yourself. Justice was never served for my sister and I when we were in a foster care system. And when I don't see that happening, I just have to say something. If anything, I would never have expected it to be at school that I would encounter something like this. So one day when I was in school, I walked into the bathroom, and immediately when you walk in the bathroom, there's actually a mirror there. And I saw a reflection of a man. My body went into immediate shock. I immediately ran out, and I went to the administration at the school to report what I had seen in the bathrooms.
After Alexis encountered that guy in the girls' bathroom, she turned and ran out of the restroom, and we actually have video footage of her fleeing the restroom in fear. She went to her grade level principal, Dr. Foley, and Alexis told Dr. Foley about what had happened to her, how scared she was, how concerned she was. But Dr. Foley didn't seem to care. He didn't listen. He didn't fix it. He basically told her, this is the new school policy and this is the way things will be.
My voice didn't matter. I knew that. I wish that the school had protected my privacy somehow. It felt like a specific group of people were protected while the greater population was not.
One of the big issues with these policies is they are tailored to a small group of students at the expense of every other student in the school. We don't know exactly when the school passed its new bathroom and locker room policy. It did not notify parents. It did not notify the vast majority of students at Boyertown High School. In fact, the only people that it notified were the couple of individual students who identify with the opposite sex and wanted access to the opposite sex's facilities. School administrators need to ensure that they're creating policies that protect everyone's privacy and everyone's dignity and everyone's safety, not just the privacy of a few.
I don't want a man in the bathroom with me. I'm already uncomfortable in my body trying to grow up, and I have a 13-year-old sister who goes to this school. I don't want her going into a bathroom where a male is allowed to just walk in there.
Alexis is a strong, courageous, vivacious young woman. She's been through a lot at the hands of various government systems. She's been through a lot in her young life. And the school administration has a duty to her individually and a duty to every single one of the students who have been entrusted to their care. And that is to protect their privacy, to protect their safety. And the school administration failed her in that. She reported her concerns, she brought it to the adults in the room, the adults who should have been protecting her, and they ignored her voice. These policies are infiltrating not only our public school systems, but our public institutions as well. So these are issues that impact all of us.
I've been fighting for this long to have my voice heard. Why would I want to silence myself, I have a chance to speak up. In that moment, I knew I had to do something.
There was actually already a lawsuit ongoing with a male plaintiff named Joel Doe. But Alexis heard about the ongoing lawsuit and she realized she offered a different perspective as a young woman. She chose to stand up and lend her voice to the lawsuit as well. She didn't have to, but she wanted to ensure that a woman's voice and perspective on privacy was heard in this litigation.
I'm a female representative for all those people who don't feel like they have a voice. I think helping someone realize that they're more than what's happening to them, that they have a voice. So whatever that may be, I want to help someone find it.
All right. So isn't that great, you guys? Wasn't that like totally inspiring? Now, I don't know about you, but that girl rocks. Yeah, she does. What do you think, Bareface?
Well, I think the video was really well done.
Yeah, it was.
Really
As a video maker, it's awesome.
Yeah, I just
Told the story really well.
Told the story really well. I like just the subtle things, like the spinning globe and it stops, like the world stops.
Alliance Defending Freedom brings in millions of dollars, so they can afford to, have high flute and video.
Yeah.
But anyway.
But yeah, it's done under the guise of, we need to protect the few and the privacy,
and this is a kid saying this, right?
Yeah, but really, it's in days of old, where it was the needs of the needs of the many outweighed the needs of the few or the one.
Did you just mute somebody in our chat room?
No.
Okay, whoever muted that rude comment, thank you. I didn't do it. I had nothing to do with it. I was like right here. So, there's some rude comments coming in from people who are upset with what we just showed, calling us ignorant bigots and stuff.
Anyway,
but
it used to be that the needs of the many outweighed the needs of the few or the one. Little geek.
Right. Thanks for inviting
humor
followers.
There. Anyway,
Natasha, and Easy is calling us a hate scope. Well, we are. We're a hate scope. Yeah, we are. So we're gonna mute you, just so you know. Now you can't say anything else. Oh.
we hate injustice.
Oh,
so,
you're reporting them, Aaron? Okay, good.
So yeah, I feel for these few students, I don't know how many it was, 2, 3, maybe 6. That identify as the opposite gender. I feel for them. I actually do. I have compassion for them. Whatever is going on, physically, mentally, whatever, that moves them in that direction or influences in that direction. It needs to be addressed. And if they don't feel comfortable with that, then, maybe arrangements can be made that they can use the teachers' facilities or something like that. Or, if it's really a serious issue, they can, designate one area as the gender-neutral restroom.
It's ridiculous. Okay,
I know,
but first of all, so this young lady's response was initially fear.
Rightly so.
Okay, because there actually have been numerous articles out there talking about how men have come in and assaulted women in the girls' bathroom.
Which happened before, but now they've got... Now they can walk in. They don't have to sneak in.
Right.
They just, maybe he identifies as a she, so...
What's really bothersome to me is that we now live in a culture where the normal God-given reaction of a person to something evil or unnatural is now not protected.
Right.
Whereas the evil and the unnatural is. And yesterday, I'm just going to say it, yesterday, I'm going back to the funeral of George H.W. Bush, which I know was finalized today in Texas. But just the vitriolic, unbelievable, vile comments that came through on Facebook alone. In fact, it would crack me up. Beth Moore, who, is pretty famous and everything. Beth Moore tweeted last night on Twitter, "Oh, it's so nice to see the civility and all this about Trump and blah, blah during the thing." And I tweeted her, and I tweeted her after I saw that tweet. I busted up laughing when I saw it. I tweeted Beth, and I said, apparently you didn't watch the funeral service on Facebook where there was nothing but attacks on Trump and on anybody that supported George Bush. George Bush was called a murderer and all this other stuff. I mean, there is a severe lack of true civility, which actually, hey, Vicky, which actually, fulfills Bible prophecy. The Bible says the love of many will grow cold. And Stephen saying, my friend took his children out of school because of this transgender mess. I recently had an interaction with somebody who identifies as transgender. In fact, I had an hour conversation with them because of a business matter. It was very interesting. But, I have to, so you just, You just don't know. But going back to this girl, and if you came in late, you're going to have to watch this. If you got to admire the courage of this young woman. You know, I mean, she's barely, you know, I don't even think she's 20. She's, you know, a high school.
She's in high school.
She's in high school. So it's like, you know, good for her for standing up I'm
going to guess that she's 15 because I think she alluded that she was 2 years older than her younger sister. I could be wrong. And she mentioned her sister is 13. You have a 13-year-old sister, so she's probably 15, maybe 16.
So let's go to our next story. We're going to get to some other stuff, but let's go to the AP one, Randall. Randall graduated from Azusa Pacific University, which is
the APU one,
which is a Christian school. Okay, and there's a new article over on CBN News titled "2 Resign from Azusa Pacific University's Board of Trustees, Citing Drift from Faith and Core Principles." Again, isn't this Bible prophecy coming to life? 2 members of the Board of Trustees of Azusa Pacific University, aka APU, the first Christian college on the West Coast, resigned last week, arguing the major evangelical university has, quote, drifted, unquote, from its mission, and that its new ideology is at odds with many of its policies, statement of faith, and even the Bible itself. In an exclusive, the website WorldNet Daily, or WND, formerly WorldNet Daily, reports Raleigh, Washington, a prominent pastor known for his leadership of the Promise Keepers Men movement, and Dave Diaz, a Sacramento area business executive, submitted their letters of resignation to Azusa's Board of Trustees. Azusa's main campus is located in the San Gabriel Valley in Azusa, California. Washington had served on the Board of Trustees for 15 years, and he told WND he had brought ample evidence to the board's attention over the last 6 years that the administration and a large portion of the faculty were, quote, promoting a progressive ideology that clashed with the institution's statement of faith and core principles, unquote. After fervent prayer and with integrity of heart, I cannot continue to be a part of these violations of God's word, he wrote in his resignation letter. I fear the spiritual consequences of this lack of correction and discipline. As CBN News reported last September, which was, you know, we reported this too, the university came under fire after reversing its policy on banning public LGBTQ relationships on campus after caving into pressure from activists, which, by the way, those activists harassed and persuaded the APU people for well over a year as they were actually, you know, trying to indoctrinate them with the LGBT lobby agenda. So it says here, however, the Board of Trustees said they never approved the change and have reinstated the policies. Actually, let me go back. Last September, the university came under fire after reversing its policy on banning public LGBTQ relationships on campus after caving into pressure from activists. However, the Board of Trustees said they never approved the change and have reinstated the policy. That action concerning romanticized relationships was never approved by the board, and the original wording has been reinstated, the board said in a statement. We pledge to boldly uphold biblical values and not waver in our Christ-centered mission. We will examine how we live up to these high ideals and enact measures that prevent us from swaying from that sure foot long, the statement continued.
Sure footing.
That's what I meant. Okay. For some reason.
You're hungry. You want to go to Subway.
No, I was just thinking that. That's funny.
It is.
It's funny that you thought what I was thinking. That's so weird. Anyways. What happened with the student handbook was an indication of a bigger problem that exists, and that problem is theological drift from what is required of an evangelical Christian university. By the way, this episode is not brought to you and sponsored by Subway. Diaz agreed with Washington's statement. I have a deep concerns about the long-term viability of APU as a God-first university.
Which is the school's motto, by the way.
Right. David Poole, board chairman for APU's Board of Trustees, responded in an email to CBN News on Tuesday, writing, the board is firmly committed to upholding the biblical values that undergird the university, and it will not waver in providing leadership toward our Christ-centered mission. We recognize that disagreements can arise even between people who share the same goals and convictions. Despite the assertions made by those who resigned, the board stands united in our commitment to our evangelical Christian identity. According to the university's website, the school was founded in 1899 and is a community of individuals representing diverse Christian backgrounds, but whose core identity is built on the Wesleyan holiness tradition. Honestly, I think the 2 that resigned were smart, because I actually believe that in time, The remaining people will cave, and I think the LGBT lobby will get their way ultimately, because that's their goal. And I don't think, frankly, there's a lot of I think it takes a real, true believer to stand up, and I don't think that there are that many of those.
Yeah, the fact that they caved and then under pressure and then under more pressure reversed the decision. And this article, if it's true that the Board of Trustees never agreed to or never approved that policy change, it was just administration at the school that did the policy change, then I'd fire that administration, because something like school policy has to be approved by the board. Trustees, I would think, I don't know the bylaws of school, but any other sort of organization that has a board of trustees, just like a commercial enterprise that has a board of directors, it's that board that governs the organization. There's administration, there's people, employed people that run the day-to-day stuff, but under the supervision of the board. And so, the Board of Trustees never approved that policy change. Then I think, especially policy change like that, then I would say the Board of Trustees should really just say fire these people. But if...
Look who came into our room. Pastor Pete did.
All right.
Hey, Pastor Pete. I know you're not going to stay long, probably, but hi. Nice to see you, buddy. I haven't seen Pastor Pete in a long time.
Yeah.
Hey. Okay.
Pedro. Can
I make a correction about something I said earlier?
Please do.
I think Anna, thank you, Anna, if you're still watching. Earlier I was talking about Chicken Salad Chick, the restaurant, which nobody has ever heard of in our audience. It's actually chickensaladchick.com, and it's CHICK. So there is a K at the end. So I thought it was just a C, like smart chick, but it's actually not. It's chickensaladchick.com. You can go there and learn more about chicken salad in your area.
And
if you
this
want.
episode not sponsored by Chicken Salad Chick either.
Nope. Hey, Just the Facts is here. You must have got my letter.
Hey, JDF.
He's here. Okay, wait. Woo. Everybody, this is like homecoming day.
This is it. We should have some sort of music playing, some sort of fanfare.
Like, oh my gosh, JDF is, first of all, Just the Facts is Scott. and Scott, number of years ago, I'm going to embarrass you, just so you know, number of years ago when we were on Blog Talk Radio, this man not only gave us one of the biggest donations we ever got in history of Bible News Radio, which wasn't Bible News Radio at the time, but he was on I was on Derek Gilbert's show at the time, PID Radio, and Derek, you guys know, he hosts Skywatch TV with Sharon now. And anyway, Scott learned about me in that interview, which was years ago that Derek interviewed me. And then he started watching our show. Every day, he would be like the only person in the Blog Talk Radio chat room forever.
Yep.
And then we left Blog Talk Radio and came to Periscope, and there he is. So it's nice.
Well, we're already at Periscope.
I know, but
it's anyway.
So recently, I wrote 10 people a letter. Yeah, see, he says yes, it's true. Anyway, and so hugs. I was like, dear Scott, I miss you. Where'd you go? I haven't seen you in forever. Anyway, and then Pastor Pete came in. All right, so
APU, your
alma mater.
Raleigh, Washington. I know him. I'm not familiar with the other guy.
Oh, you know him?
Yeah, just from.
Okay.
Anyway, not personally. We're not like buddies or anything.
Well, but
I
Randall
know the
graduated
name
from
of
this college. That's the point.
Yeah, and I recently, I guess over 4 years ago, convinced a younger cousin of mine to attend there because of the experience I had there. That it really was a God-first school back in the 90s.
Okay, we don't got much time.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, so. Yeah, it's just been interesting. They've been calling me a lot for
donations.
Yeah, and it's
hang up.
I can't in good conscience until after the smoke clears. If they come back with a bold statement of where they're standing firm instead of, well, there can be some disagreements and we're still holding to our traditions. And
Scott says the government monitors Periscope. We know.
We
were actually banned on YouTube a couple of days ago. Our show was taken off. We got a strike against us.
Yeah, the government monitors everything.
And so far we haven't been flagged on Facebook, not yet, but we're still here, Scott. We're standing strong.
Anyway,
right.
I'm not going to belabor that story.
Okay, so we got about 15 minutes, but I want to just throw out a couple of things. So there's actually there's 3 other articles, but I wanted to just share with you that, and I'll just read the headline for this one. What do you guys think is the Bible verse, the number 1 read Bible verse in 2018, according to the YouVersion Bible app? Well, if you don't know, I'll tell you. It's Isaiah 41:10. And according to CBN News, which, you watch on YouTube? Okay. Which they read here, Isaiah 41:10 is the most popular Bible verse of 2018, according to the YouVersion Bible app. YouVersion says the verse was the most shared, bookmarked, and highlighted among its 350 million users worldwide. And this is what it says: "Don't be afraid, for I am with you. Don't be discouraged, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will hold you up with my victorious right hand." So, isn't that cool? And by the way, I sent that story to Vicky Fitch because that's her favorite verse.
Wasn't that read at Bush 41's funeral?
I think so.
Yesterday by one of the granddaughters?
I think it was.
Was it Lauren, or I can't remember?
It was one of them. But anyway, that's pretty cool. I love that verse. And then also, we should get to our sponsor. By the way,
Definitely.
Ariel Ministries is our sponsor. This month, 30% off you can get on anything in the store. You don't need a coupon code. All you got to do is go to ariel.org, buy $30 worth of stuff, and you can save $30. This, if you want to buy good biblical stuff now, this is the time to do it. This is the only time Ariel usually does this sale. They did it last year at this time as well. And I would highly recommend to get the historical, geographical DVD study tour of Israel. That is, I think it's $29 actually. So you're going to have to buy one other thing. Buy it, if you don't want to buy much, just buy the DVD set and get like one of the Bible studies for $3.
Yeah.
Then you'll be over $30, and then you will save 30% on that order. It's a great, great study. It's a great DVD series. You get 4 hours of a tour of Israel on 7 different DVDs from Dr. Fruchtenbaum and others. So especially if you've never been to Israel, which I'm sure some of you have, but not everybody, this is a good place to get your stuff. And there's also a brand new Bible study on our website this month. I forgot what it's called. The Fall of Man, I think is what it's called.
That's correct.
Yeah. I sent out an email today. The first email I sent out in a month. And I told everybody about that. And also I told everybody too, if you want to really stay in touch with me, get on my text message list by texting the term Bible News to 33222. If you do that, then I send out a text in the morning. Usually I try my best. And then right before the show to remind you, hey, we're coming on if you want to watch the show. And I'm doing contests and doing giveaways on that as well. So far I've only had one person unsubscribe, but I don't even know who that was. And I had to block one person too, because I don't know who it was. They were sending me some weird messages. So text, yeah, there we go. It's on the screen. Text Bible News to 33222. And I also have a new keyword. If you want to text leader tips to also 33222, then I'll send you a leadership or quote of the day or something like that. If you want, but you don't have to. I mean, it's up to you. And then last but not least, I shall tell you as well. You guys know LegalShield is our side business. It actually helps fund this. The Spark Naturals code, I will get to that. Okay, so Spark Naturals Essential Oil, that's my associate. That's where I get my essential oil, most of it. John 3:16 no longer works because they changed the affiliate program, Scott. So what I can do is I think it's on our website, right?
Yeah,
Is it under our sponsors? Yeah.
Yeah, if you go to the sponsors page, I'll bring that up. Go to
and then you click here. That's actually my affiliate.
Our sponsors.
Oh, it's not my affiliate link.
It's not?
It doesn't show up as it in my bar. So,
Huh,
yeah, you'd have to.
It used to.
Okay, you have to now click through. Let me highlight.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? No, it shows down below. It does. Okay, yeah. So if you click through on our website, if you want the Spark Naturals, click through on that link. Then I'll get credit for it, because they switched it. They reduced their prices some more, and they're actually giving more of a discount than the 20% use or the 10% used to get with that. For that. But thanks for asking for that. The other thing is LegalShield. I was actually talking to somebody about this today. If you're not a member yet of LegalShield, this is actually for both of you. If you are a member and you're not a member. If you're not a member, and you want to sign up before the 15th of this month, it has to be the 15th in order for me to stay in what I'm the thing, then I will give you your first month free of your membership, whatever it is. If you buy ID Shield or Legal Shield, I will reimburse you that first month. So it's actually a really good time to do it because I'm not going to do it again. All right, so that's one thing. If you're already a member and you refer somebody to me and they sign up, I will also give you a referral bonus based on what the person buys. So this is actually kind of my tent making job outside of doing Bible News Radio. So the way you can get in touch with me there is by going to stacyharp.ladiesofjustice.com or wearelegalshield.com, or just contact me directly and I'll get in touch with you that way. But we have some incentives that have to be completed before the 15th of this month. So if you've been on the fence, you really want to get the product and learn more about it, then get in touch with me before the 15th so that we can all make it a win-win. Also, if you are one of my associates and you're here, then I have to tell you, tonight we have training with Vicky, in case you didn't get your email. Okay, so you guys get to sit in on that. And that's the other thing. If you want to join my team and become an associate with me as your leader, I am your leader. Yeah, I am. Then you will get some of the best training ever because I have the best upline ever. And if you apply yourself and get yourself out there, you will make money. Okay, so I'm just saying you will. So, okay. All right. One last thing. According to CBN News, there's another story. It says here, it's been a tradition for 7 decades. That's 70 years. But 3 Wise Men display is now the latest target of activists. Yeah, it is. Okay, so a self-proclaimed civil rights group is giving Michigan's Newaygo Public School District an ultimatum. Remove the display of the 3 Wise Men and a star from the top of an elementary school building or face legal action. The Michigan Association of Civil Rights Activists, also known as MACRA, says it put the county on notice after getting a complaint from a resident. I bet you the resident that complained was a member of MACRA. Anyway, we've asked the school to remove what is, in essence, a nativity scene from the top of the school and from school property, Mitch Kale of MACRA said, noting that he believes it to be a clear violation of the U.S. Constitution. If this were on private property, it wouldn't be an issue, he added. But in a now-deleted Facebook post, Newaygo Public School Superintendent Peggy Mathis argued that the display is not meant to be religious. Oh, okay, really? Okay, so 3 wise men on top of a school at Christmas time is not meant to be religious. What do they represent? You know, the 3 Musketeers? Oh yeah, here we are. Wait, the 3 Stooges? Do you know that here in Spring Hill, Tennessee, where we live, McDonald's, there's the Christians that own the 3 franchises of McDonald's here in our area. Every year we've been here, which is 6 years this month. It's hard to believe we've been here 6 years. Every year that family puts a huge full-on Jesus is the reason Merry Christmas nativity scene on the windows of their McDonald's. In fact, it made, I think it was national news because we posted it and then it kind of went viral that these Christians who own McDonald's, how dare they do that? I mean, you know, the nerve, I say. Anyway, Newaygo Public Schools has a legitimate secular purpose for the display, she wrote. We are both upholding the community's tradition of celebrating a public holiday and attempting to point towards the importance of wisdom, knowledge, and open-mindedness, which is what now the three wise men stand for. And by the way, there was way more than three wise men, just so you know. If you actually read the Bible, it says like a whole bunch went. It wasn't just three. They focus on the three because of that song. We three men from Orient, actually, we are, and because of the gifts that Jesus received. Well, gold, frankincense, and myrrh.
It's just plural in the Greek. It could have been two.
Could have been.
It's just more than one.
It was probably more than three, though.
Yeah,
because there was three gifts given.
Yeah, they probably wouldn't have been traveling alone anyway.
So it says most citizens of the small Michigan town also support keeping the display, which has been part of Newaygo's Christmas tradition since the 1940s. It's just a symbol of our community. Newaygo resident Amy Postma told Eastern Michigan CBS affiliate 9 and 10 News, "It's always been there, and we love it." You can't just take away something that we've always done, she continued. It's not harming anyone. It's not hurting one, so live and let live.
I agree.
Anyway, are we related? Yeah, he married me. He asked me to marry him. I said yes. I'm not going to read the rest of the article. You guys already know how it ends. It's like the atheist type complainers. They're complaining. They're setting up their own stupid nativity scenes, which have nothing to do with anything, because they can't think about, original idea on their own. They have to mock Christianity and stuff. It's like, hey, we'll do an atheist nativity scene. And I'm like, really? How dumb is that? That's the stupidest thing I've heard. All right. Meanwhile, the Bible, which everybody loves, it says here on the Christian Post, one of the oldest English copies of the Bible sells at auction for over $47,000. Yeah, it did. Oh, by the way, earlier, just so you know, I don't know if Scott's still here, but yeah, he is. So earlier I was talking about how Scott, I didn't reveal it was Scott, but he was the one that gave me a sock monkey. I still have it. It's sitting on my dresser. 2 of them, actually. He donated. So a cricket cutie, that's nothing in comparison. Just so you know. But anyway, so one of the oldest English copies of the Bible sells at auction for over $47,000. $47,000. A rare copy of one of the first New Testaments to be published in English has sold to a private collector for the equivalent of nearly $48,000. The 1536 text was translated from Hebrew and Greek by renowned English scholar William Tyndale, one of the most well-known figures of the Protestant Reformation, who believed that everyone should be able to read the Bible in their own language. The piece is titled "The Newe Testamenti, Yea, Once Again," corrected by William Tyndale. I know I said that wrong. Randall should say it because he'll say it right. Go for it.
The New Testament, yet once again, corrected by William Tyndale. It's just that...
you never know if I'm being serious, do you?
But back in the day... So
that's how you used to spell again, was A-G-A-Y-N-E?
Some people did.
Really?
Some people didn't.
Apparently.
There were no standards. You look at a 1611. We have a replica of the 1611 King James Bible, and you'll find a word spelled different ways. There weren't standards in the day. Yeah. Because it was not printed much. Books were still expensive. And so, languages are always, to my knowledge, spoken before they're written. And so, anyway, there weren't standards for spelling, and the ones we have now are kind of weird. Hasn't improved much, but at least they're standards.
Yeah.
There's no real good rules to spelling in English, but at least, we've Anyway, so yes, some of it was spelled that way.
Oh, gotta
Back
be.
in the
Gil
day.
came into our chat room and asks, why are we hating the LGBT community? Gil, why are you hating the LGBT community? You said the plural we, so you must be talking about yourself, right? I'll wait for your answer.
Who's hating the LGBT community?
I don't know. Gil seems to think that he's hating the LGBTQ community. That's why he asked, why are we hating the
yeah.
So, by the way,
Speaking of him and another group.
so somebody else said, you have the coolest family name, Harp. Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, it goes back.
You wouldn't believe how many times we're referred to as the Hearts.
Yeah.
What's funny is I actually have a friend that
Instruments, not an
that is
animal.
his last name is Hart. Hating but standing up for truth, Apostle Jamie says. Andrea Lofaro 98 has joined. Thank you for joining.
Do you want to return to the article or?
Yeah, sure.
Oh,
No.
just
Can I read the? Yeah, I mean basically that was it.
Okay.
So the last article. This is by Albert Einstein. So listen to this article. This says the latest Bible inscribed by Einstein fails to find buyer. So Albert Einstein, you guys know, was a genius, right? Yeah.
And did you?
But was he a Christian? That is the question under consideration. So according to this article, it says here, the latest on auctions of 2 Einstein artifacts. A Bible inscribed by Albert Einstein has failed to sell at auction in New York City. The auction house Sotheby's says the leatherette-bound Bible that Einstein gave to an employee in 1932 did not find a buyer at Friday's sale of rare books and manuscripts. The famed physicist inscribed the Bible, quote, "This book is an inexhaustible source of living wisdom and consolation."
Wow.
Okay? The pre-sale estimate was $200,000 to $300,000. Still coming up is the sale featuring a 1954 letter in which Einstein declared, quote, "The word God is for me nothing more than the expression and product of human weaknesses. The Bible, a collection of honorable but still primitive legends."
Huh.
The letter will be auctioned at Christie's on Tuesdays. So it goes on to say, did Albert Einstein believe in God? The famous physicist was constantly questioned about his religious beliefs during his lifetime. 2 Einstein artifacts being auctioned in New York could contain clues to the spiritual beliefs of the 20th century's best-known thinker. Sotheby's is auctioning a Bible Friday in which Einstein inscribed in 1932, "This book is an inexhaustible source of living wisdom and consolation," and then the letter in 1954. Numerous years later, "The word God is for me nothing more than the expression and product of human weaknesses. The Bible, a collection of honorable but still primitive legends." Walter Isaacson, the author of a 2007 biography of Einstein, says his feelings about spirituality varied over time.
Seems to be the case.
Yeah, well, and he was Jewish, right?
Yes.
Like me, by the way. Happy Hanukkah, people.
Probably not just like you. I think he was probably more Jewish than
I
you
think
are.
he was probably more Jewish than me.
Genetically speaking.
Hey, I'm still Jewish. I'm celebrating Hanukkah, just so you know.
Why is our menorah not out? We should have
I don't know where it is.
5 candles out.
We should.
We're like 5th day here.
By the way, I have to give a shout out to Allie Cohen and Doug Cohen, who are Jewish. They actually have helped me with my latest thing. By the way, I only need one more person to reach my 20 core people that I share with LegalShield with this month in order to get on a phone call with the CEO of LegalShield and the top seller. So if you want me to send you a video, and you can go ahead and click the link and watch it. You don't have to watch it, but I would prefer if you did and then bought the LegalShield from me. But here's the thing. Just let me know. And I'll send you the link. And then I'll be at my 20 people. But Doug and Allie last night, they clicked the link for me. Allie's like, "We have lawyers in our family. We don't really need this." Like, okay. But anyway. All right, tomorrow is Free for All Friday, I think. The show tomorrow will be pretty much like it is today, just so you know. And I will give you an update on if anybody gives me a cutie or not. And once I get it, I will highlight it, and I'll take a picture, and I'll share it with you all. Because I believe you will get me one or two, maybe three. And then I can mock my friend who has three and who posts them in her Instagram, story. And then, go, really? I can't believe that you were so selfish that you wouldn't share one of your 3 cuties with me. Now I have 6 of them. Ha, ha, ha. And you don't have that many. And so I'm going to take a picture and mock you now in my Instagram photos with my 6 cuties because I'm better than you are. That's
That sounds very Christian. Not. Just saying.
Anyway. I'm only half kidding. Randall's
well,
like...
it's the half. There's a half that's not that worries me.
No, seriously. Hey, if you want to get me a Christmas gift, that would be it right there.
This shall not covet. Shall not covet.
You shall not covet your neighbor's cutie.
Yes. Anything that is thy neighbor's, the word says, and that anything, cutie certainly falls into the category of anything.
You should throw the cutie up online just so everybody can see what we're talking about because some new people came in. All right. There it is, people.
No, it's the other side.
Oh. Right there. There you go. That's what I would like for Christmas. A cricket cutie. Look how cute that is. It literally lives up to its name. Actually, you know what it looks like? Kind of. It looks like an alien with antlers. It looks like a cricket. That's probably actually kind of a mock cricket.
Yeah, an anthropomorphized cricket.
Yeah. Well, we will have a cutie count to see how many we get. Because I know you guys love me. And you'll just do this to humor me. I know you will. All right. In all seriousness, if you need anything from me and Bareface, just let us know. You know where to get us. And tomorrow we'll be back at the same time. And all that. So let me know if you haven't joined our text message list, text Bible News to 33222. And we will see you tomorrow, right? Be bold, people, like that girl in that video we showed you. Stand up, people, like that cutie does in that picture, and go with God. Because he loves you. I'll talk to you later.